Hi everyone, I'm Shaleia.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're talking about a really basic, very important twin flame question that everybody must have answered. And that is, how do I know when my twin flame has been fully revealed to me?
How do I know the difference between my false twin flame and my true one? How do I know that this person in front of me is definitely my true twin flame and definitely not a false twin flame?
Yeah.
Because so many people will find someone and like, they're my twin flame, I just know it. Well, how do you really know for certain?
Yeah.
Outside of, being a powerful divine channel, and even then, divine channeling would not give to you the final result without logic to back it up, whether they're a true twin flame or a false one. Because Shaleia asked God, and if this person was her true twin flame, and she got yes, and her spiritual teacher got yes, and oh, what do you know? False twin flame.
Yeah, right. I mean, thankfully I didn't have to spend a lot of money to, but I did have to spend a lot of energy and upheaval.
Same thing.
Suffering, upset. Well, I mean, I didn't have to go to, psychics and, is he my twin?
It's the same thing, though.
But I did the same thing, I did the exact same thing. I found out because I was not going to enter that relationship unless he was my twin. But I chose to fast track into my union, and so it was absolutely essential that I enter that relationship under the illusion that he was my true twin flame, so that I could really heal the core blocks and barriers inside of myself to the love of my harmonious twin flame union. And there was no better way to do it than the way that I did it. But because I had a block that I wasn't going to do it unless it was my twin flame, well, the only way for me to have my true dream and desire honored was for me to believe that he was my twin flame, and even getting that information channeled. It wasn't so much that I was being lied to, it was that I was lying to myself because I didn't want to believe otherwise.
Yeah.
And I wasn't open to it, and I was not going to explore that essential relationship unless he was my twin. But, I called in the fast track, like many of you are calling in the fast track to your union, because the sooner you're in your union, well, frankly, I think the better. That was my belief.
Everyone thinks that.
I think everyone thinks that, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I had a choice. I could take the slow track, which would have been a lot less bumpy, a lot less upheaval, but I'm just a really daring person, and I want what I want, and I'm just gonna do it. So what we're saying is that yes, you can get this information channeled to you if you think Jane or Tommy is your twin flame, but at the same time, everyone goes through this, and this is what we call the revealing process. And this is really, really essential to your twin flame journey, because this is about really knowing who you are and really getting to know the person who you think is your twin flame, because we're here to transcend that old relationship blueprint. And in order to do that, we really have to get clear on our values, our dreams, our desires, and really call in the 100% compatibility of our perfect partner, which our perfect partner is our twin flame. And so with Jeff, I mean, it took me a little over 4 months to have him fully revealed to me as my true twin flame. And for him, it was almost, 9 months to a year for him to fully realize, oh, okay, yes, this is my true twin flame.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just enough for it to be channeled. We had to really test the love and the full depth and extent of our twin flame union to know what it is.
And for me, it was about pushing on all those places to find out whether they were real for all the things that I valued.
Yeah.
So if she did not value what I valued, she clearly was not for me. So for me, the revealing process required that I test every value. Not just, we talk about it, but truly test and have all of those values truly revealed.
Yeah.
And God provided all the situations for that to happen for us.
Yeah, like I remember very early on, having the guts to ask him, like, look, do you want to be a father? Because if you don't, this will never work out, because I must have at least one child. I must be a mother in this life.
Yeah.
I have that desire. And if that's not what you desire, then you're not my twin flame.
Easy, right? Start with the big ones and then move forward.
Yeah, exactly. We started with the big ones,
The truth is, anyone can say, oh yeah, I want to be a father, just for whatever reason, to move the relationship forward for some sort of secondary benefit.
But what really helped reveal Jeff to me was when he was asked to babysit his friend's two young boys, and I got to see Jeff around children, and I got to imagine, okay, so, given this opportunity to see what kind of father would he be, and I was really impressed. I'm like, yeah, he will make a really good father. Okay. We really align up, in many respects, parentally. We can't say we do line up fully parentally because we don't have a kid, but I could see that we would be wonderful parents together. Just with this experience with these two young children. So I'm like, okay, check. He's been revealed to me as my twin flame in this area of my life, of our life.
But the trick here is that you need to be willing to see the truth.
Yes.
Because she could see something different. I could have not been her true twin flame and knew somehow intuitively that she wanted kids and wanted me to look good, so I just show up with some kids and make it look good. How do you know that that's not what's going on? Well, you continue to test the water and stand on it.
Yeah.
And as soon as it doesn't hold water, as soon as, the firm foundation breaks, well, you know that they were just lying all along. Because the truth stands firm every time, and a lie will break every time to the truth.
Exactly.
Stand firm in your loving awareness. Stand firm on the truth. You can stand on the truth eternally. The lie will always break through to the truth.
It's so true, because a couple of years after that experience, we now have a puppy, and I get to see Jeff tested as a father in many respects to this young energy that needs love and discipline and care. And I'm like, well, good. Every time he's like performing his role, doing his duties, stepping it up. And if there needs to be communication between us about our puppy, then there is, and there's a resolve. So like every single time he comes through in this area, so I'm all right.
And this was Shaleia's value.
This is a core value. If we don't line up as parents, we can't be together.
So it's not that she set some sort of expectational, hoop I needed to jump through, and I'm successfully jumping through the hoop. That's not what this is. This is who I am naturally and intrinsically. I'm not trying hard to father my puppy. I just do it naturally because that's who I am and that's what I value. And Shaleia has this, list of things that need to line up in her mind and in her heart with me for her to know for sure, hey, this man really is my twin flame. And every day and every way, it's reaffirmed to her through naturally. You can't keep up a lie this big. It would exhaust you, you'd burn out, and eventually you'd reveal yourself as a liar.
And a fraud.
Yep.
So this is a really important and core example of how your twin flame becomes revealed to you. It's a process, and yes, it does take time, because all these areas of your life that you value will get tested. And that's why we mentioned in our, I think it's Dreams Coming True course, Twin Flames Dreams Coming True Lesson 1, we talk very specifically about writing a love list. That's literally one of the first things you need to do when you truly embrace this journey of getting into your permanent harmonious twin flame union. Do the love list, meaning write down all the qualities that you desire in your partner. And I'm not talking about blonde hair, blue eyes. No. We're talking about the inner values. Yes, maybe you desire a man who values beauty, who values his health, who values feeling good. Maybe those kind of things, right? Like good to the inner stuff. A man that's supportive, that's
or a woman,
because I'm talking from the female perspective,
Sure,
right? So all that stuff, you need to get very clear, and you need to also look at your previous partners and look at what you don't like about them, what really the shit that broke you up, and write down the contrast of that. So, okay, if you dated a man who was incredibly lazy, then on your love list,
and that bothers you,
that upsets you, that's not something you don't value laziness, then you would value a man who is not lazy, who is hardworking, or whatever that means to you, that has ambition. And I'm really excited now. So that's what we really, so do the love list. Get really clear on who your man is. I did a love list, Jeff did a love list, and like a couple months after online dating, I brought the love list to our Skype call, and I was like, I want to show you this. And I'm just curious, I hope you don't mind. And I read all of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, without it just blew me away, guys. Because I'm looking at Jeff, I'm reading my list, and I'm like, damn, this is you. This is you in the areas that I thought was practically impossible to have, let alone ask. And he was 90% my love list. The 10% was stuff he was still growing into, which is allowed, okay? But it's just being aware of everything on your love list and realizing that, oh my gosh, you could quite possibly be my twin flame because you all this.
So another important thing to do is to equip yourself with the right resources. Twin flames are a very new concept. Anyone with a camera can get out there and talk about it.
Right.
Anyone can claim authority. Anyone can put up a pretty web page or shoot pretty videos and claim authority over this topic. First of all, who has it for real? Listen with your heart. What is that person's agenda? Listen with your heart. What is their real agenda? They're communicating it in everything they do. Does that agenda serve you too? And is the information good? Is it real? Does it provide real results?
Yeah.
And make your own assessment.
You have to apply what they're saying and apply what we're saying and see if it's true. If you get results from it. If you're not getting results from not applying what we're saying or what they're saying, well, I think it's safe to say, it's time to move on.
And that's why
find the real thing.
People and clients keep coming back to us again and again and again and again because they get results with our work. And you can too if you apply it. So check out the box below for the resources that we offer to bring you into permanent harmonious union with your twin flame and deepen that relationship.
Yes.
Like, share, and subscribe to our videos for more good twin flame stuff. And thank you again for joining us.